Hi everyone, this is Lori with JLV Moments and More and another Disney Insight in 5. So, resort only trips. Probably some would say it's the worst and others would probably say it's the best. Now, I personally have tried to do resort only trips. We did do one in the time that I've done Disney in the past 6, 7, 8 years. And that was simply because Disney had closed down for the pandemic. And so Saratoga Springs had reopened. And so my husband and I did enjoy a 4th of July weekend at Saratoga Springs. Disney Springs was open and lots of fun stories with that whole situation. But that's the only time that I have been disciplined, I guess is the best word enough, to do a resort only trip. But they can be done. And this last trip, which was supposed to be resort only, we ended up going to a park one day. But you can do resort only. There is so much available to keep you busy while you are at the resort. Of course, that does include the pool. So if you have those with you, or if you like, it's an option to basically spend the day lounging around at the pool. That's completely up to you and absolutely available. But there are other things that you can do at your own resort. So there's activities like tie dyeing or making ornaments if it's that time of year. There's so many things, and they'll have posted what they have available for that day or even for the next day. There are things that start in the morning and go all the way through the day. There are things that you can do on your own. Specifically, most places have what's called a scavenger hunt. You can pick up that scavenger hunt at the front desk and you can do it on your own time while you were there at your resort. You can also go to other resorts, maybe do their scavenger hunt, check out their shopping locations. Usually, most stores at the different resorts have different things. They might have resort specific items or items that are themed for that resort. So, for example, if you were looking for Stitch items, you most likely will find those at Polynesian. You may see some other Stitch items other places, but Stitch is Hawaiian, that's Polynesian, and therefore that's where you will most likely find it. So, really worth checking out the other resorts too. There are so many ways to get there that you don't have to get into your car. You can take a bus to one of the parks. You're not actually going into the park, but you can take a bus to the park and then you can jump on a boat, monorail, or another bus to one of those other resorts. So again, you can do what we call resort hopping. One of my favorite resort hoppings is to do the monorail resort hopping, and that is a monorail that will drop you off at Contemporary. And then Polynesian is also on that, and Grand Floridian. I've done that resort hopping with my family a lot, and that's one of my favorite things to do. And you can spend 5-10 minutes at that resort. You could spend hours. There's so much to do. Not swimming. I want to make that clear, not swimming. At the tail end of the night, or as you get into the evening, there is campfires pretty much at every single resort, even the moderate resorts. There's campfires that you can go and enjoy and do s'mores. They have them for purchase, but you can bring your own items too. And again, campfire kind of things. You can go to other restaurants throughout the resorts. Pretty much every deluxe resort has a restaurant, so you can make reservations. Of course, there is Boardwalk always has a lot of fun things going on there, and it's all free. You don't have to have tickets to a park to go enjoy all of these places. And then another thing at the end of the night, there's two things actually. One is most resorts will have movies available. So they'll have a list of what movies they're showing that night. So you can sit out on the lawn and watch a movie. And then if you are in what's called the Bay Lake area, if I remember that correctly, it's around Magic Kingdom. You can watch the Electric Water Parade. It is probably one of the last things that is the original to Disney World to Magic Kingdom. Pretty much has been around since day one. And you can see that from Contemporary, from Polynesian, from Grand Floridian, and also from Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness. And I know there is a new place being built on that same area. So I'm sure we'll hear all about that in the next handful of months or so. So there's that available too. One last thing I want to point out too is it doesn't matter what resort you're staying at. If you want to see the fireworks, go to places like Grand Floridian, Contemporary, and Polynesian. There are places that you can sit and watch the fireworks. We actually did this one time. We went to Grand Floridian. They played the music and we got to see the fireworks. And the cast members at Grand Floridian were actually all out there with us and they were singing and dancing. And it was just so wonderfully amazing. An experience that was definitely a core memory for me. So, resort only stays, they are possible, they are fun. There's so much to do, so much Disney related. I would highly recommend if you have a 3 or 4 day weekend and you just want to stay at the resort, just go swimming and have fun, or just hang out at a resort and just kind of get away from life for a little while. Give it a try. Resort only stays are totally worth it. So once again, this is Lori with Disney Insight in 5. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you share this out. Maybe share this with some people you know might be going to Disney. Please make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know next time I have something come out. And I will try to keep these under 5 minutes, but it's so hard to do when you have topics that you just love to talk about. But I hope all of you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.